MC, make another hit.
Some rest inside the mall and I'ma make it back. I'ma bluff some rest, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I had to learn. Smoke a blunt, watching that shit burn is how the world turn. Never show no thoughty, no concern. Yeah, I had to learn. OCD avoiding all you niggas like some fucking germ. Had to get some straightening, I ain't talking about no perm. Niggas owe me money, got me feeling like Big Worm.
MC.
My boy chain so bright I had to put him twice. I've
Somebody
never
get-
seen a
Fuck
play.
you. How about that? How's that for a starter? Kill the monetization right now. Fuck you.
Listen, that intro was so long it lasted a minute anyway. So let's go. Shout out to Dylan Brooks. I've never seen nobody hate watching the front row before, but
That was great. I hope we get into that. That was great. That was iconic.
I've never listen. That man just stared at LeBron every time you're on the court. Did the whole shit around.
For a 41 fucking year old, by the way, and then also,
Hey, my man, a hater, man. Yeah, hey.
and especially him being equally swept.
He a grade A hater, bro. Just let it be known.
Equally swept, nigga. You got
Just show up in game 4 with a giant chain so everybody pay attention to you. Why you laughing?
floor seats right under the basket, man. That is hater. That is the epitome of showing up to the funeral of your ops, man.
So if y'all didn't know, it's keeping that on sports. We are talking again about the Lakers and 76ers. Can't leave my team out. Getting swept, but y'all saw them in the intro too. They in there too. As well as the 2 series going 2-2 after Wemby got ejected, in which we would talk about should he have been suspended. So that'll be another topic for today. But I want to do something special today because I noticed it don't get no attention. Let's talk about this Cleveland versus Detroit game because I promise you no one else does, or they at least they give it 5 minutes. But Donovan Mitchell, if y'all don't know, tied a record. He missed a free throw to set the record for 39 points and a half in a playoff game, which he ended up with only 43 points. But that 15 of those points came on a 24-0 run to start the third quarter because when Cade is not scoring, Detroit does not score.
You mean to tell me nobody else could score on Detroit at all? Wow.
LeVert
when I was there,
at that point, LeVert was playing good. So, but how do y'all feel about this game? Cleveland has not won a road playoff game yet because they somehow are way worse on the road. This whole playoff, Cleveland has not won a playoff game on the road this entire playoffs, including to a Toronto team that I thought was not that good. And
can I ask a question? Is that something that is symbolic? Is that something that we can attribute to the careers of Donovan Mitchell and James Harden? Do they have a road problem in history? Do y'all think that?
I just think James Harden just has a playoff problem. Let's just be honest with it. He has had good playoff performances, especially earlier during his MVP year. But just being honest, James Harden just has a playoff problem. It just is what it is right now. Mitchell he doesn't really have that much of a playoff problem, just as much as he has difficulty going deep in the playoffs past the second round. So, and that's
one playoff game he's gonna get in there 50 or 60 points every playoff.
Yeah, he's due for those like once or twice a playoffs.
He gonna get 50 or 60, and this was supposed to be the 50, but he forgot to play in the first half. He forgot to even try to shoot the ball. He didn't even attempt shots.
I need to go back and watch that.
I was wondering, was he cold? Yo, I was wondering if he was cold in the first half, but he didn't even attempt shots. Yeah. He said, "Oh shit, we're in the game," and then he just took over. Like, "Oh, we playing."
What's the game plan when Donovan Mitchell says it's cool, I'm taking a backseat in the first? Like, I need at least like 10 to 12 just to show that you there. And you're
playing well to keep him in the game, and then Donovan Mitchell just took over.
That happens, and that happens.
But listen, I'm not gonna lie. That series every Cleveland series has been hard to watch. I don't know what it is. It's like they turn on TV and I start doing other things. And that doesn't help that you play in Detroit, who's also the same way, unless Cade is hot, that they kind of the same way. It's like, okay, they playing. But I think Detroit is ultimately going to end up winning this series. I think they'll win it in 7 because I think home team just wins every game because Cleveland is so bad on the road.
That's heavy with what you're saying because you about to start a whole nother conversation about. I mean, who are we starting with first? Is it going to be Harden and then Donovan, or are we going to say the younger Donovan? You supposed to do this, and James Harden is a luxury. Like, where do we start that conversation? If it goes that way, and then also they should not be losing to this Detroit team ever. That's just being honest.
Detroit plays well at home, and Cleveland sucks on the road. So Cleveland is a bad team, by the way.
I mean, for me, this series is going about right. They tied 2-2 in the regular season. They're tied 2-2 now.
They won I think home team won every game in the regular season, didn't
they? Yep.
I don't know that for certain.
Yeah, they did. Like the home team wins every game when they play.
Oh, okay.
It's about right. Like home team winning both games, and so this doesn't surprise me. If it goes the keep way it's supposed. If he keeps going the way Detroit is going to end up winning. But I will say I think Detroit probably wins this, not just because of the home thing, but just because the way that Detroit is winning is more sustainable than the way Cleveland winning. Cleveland is winning by just generally getting hot. Like whether it's Donovan Mitchell getting hot in the half or them getting hot offensively from like Mitchell or James Harden or just a collection of people or whatever. Detroit is winning by just smothering defense and, a lot of ball movement and good ball play with Cade being able to come alive at certain moments. And that is just more sustainable, but just playing aggressive defense and stuff than it is Cleveland being able to be hot from 3 or Donovan Mitchell getting you 40 and a half or something. So in that instance, I feel like Detroit probably wins. But yeah, this series easily looks like it could go 7 games because if everybody winning at home, why not go 7 games, frankly?
Because you can bet on Cade Cunningham giving you 22, and it's like really nice if you get that 40 out of him, right? But
22 points from Cade and a good team effort. Tobias giving you 15 to 20, and the team just smothering on defense is just easier to achieve than I need James Harden to get me 25 points and Donovan Mitchell to give me 35 on a nightly basis. That against an aggressive defense, that's just harder to ask from the two of them, especially considering that we're supposed to get these big men in there, and Evan Mobley and Jared Allen is they're getting a bit handled down low by Duran and just like these boys they didn't handle down low, so it's just hard to ask a lot from them on that kind of stage when one of them, James Harden, is just not been able to show that he could be trusted in high leverage moments as of recently in his career. So it's just harder to ask that from him. But we'll see if somebody can break the mold of this home team wins. Right now they're 8-8? No, 4-4. They're 4-4 counting regular season, and everybody wins at home. So this is hilarious.
But Detroit, I don't even think on the road Cleveland be close.
No, they've been close. Hold on,
the playoffs haven't.
Playoffs. Let's see. Yeah, they've been. All the games haven't been bad. Like game one, they lost by 10 until by Cleveland. Game 1, they lost by 10. Game 2, they lost by 10. And then game 3, Cleveland won by 7. Game 4, Cleveland won by 9. All the games haven't been amazing blowouts. And they've just been like, all right, we just been able to just pull away a little bit and secure the win. They ain't been like horrible blowouts on either side, which lets me know like these teams are decently evenly matched. And I say decently like because it's just basically a high-powered offense versus an aggressive defense. So it's not horribly bad.
Yeah. Right now it is Wemby 13, the Timberwolves 9. And when I say Wemby,
and Timberwolves 11.
Because the Spurs he just dunked again, so it's 21-9. So,
no, I got it 24-11. You're a little behind.
Oh, okay. Well, Wemby is like right now. Oh, I just seen it. But yeah, Wemby is kind of taking over after. By the way, Wemby missed his first 2 shots. I ain't missed it since Rudy Gobert stuck his foot under his leg on the shot.
Well, there goes your get back. There you go.
So Wemby,
there you get back.
Do you want to go here? Do we need to go here right now or not?
Okay, Mark, he got like 16 out of.
No, I was just saying there's the get back.
I'm just wondering, like, do we need to go there real quick and just discuss that real quick? Or
we're doing this. That's why I kind of led into it.
So, okay.
Monray a little head on my TV. But
Oh,
I do have
okay.
a stat for y'all. Wemby, we're going to talk about should Wemby be suspended? And I'm going to show y'all a chart that somebody, a Wemby hater, sent us.
A Wemby hater.
Yes.
Okay.
The dude made a whole chart called the Wemby privilege. So yes, 100% Wemby. Look at this chart. All these people threw elbows or something similar, and they got suspended one game. The problem with this is, outside of LeBron James, every one of these people had a flagrant 2 already and ended up with the flagrant 4. If you don't know what that is, if you get 4 flagrants, you automatically suspended no matter what. Which is my problem with the flagrant 2 rule, because my problem with it is LeBron James on this list didn't get a flagrant 1 and he got suspended. So that is weird, but that was also in November in the regular season. But all these people had flagrants before. I think maybe not Sabonis. I'm not sure about Sabonis, but I know the other ones already had their flagrant 2s and stuff. So that's the problem with it. And as you can see here, majority of first flagrant 2 never occurs in a suspension unless injured, which I just lied because I remember Jokic did not have a flagrant 2. But if y'all remember, old boy got hurt. Marcus got hurt off the Jokic play. Mm-hmm. So that's why he got a suspension. So that's for people that want to know the rules. And we're going to give our thoughts on, do we think he should be suspended? I think personally he shouldn't, because you don't want to suspend people in the playoffs because it makes it weird and it's not good for your television ratings. And you are a superstar driven league. But also, as you can see, the flagrant 2 most of the time doesn't require a suspension unless the case of old boy in which Jokic elbowed him and broke it and hurt his jaw. He missed a few games himself, which led to them like you missing the game too. But that's the way the rules work. Also, they need to make these rules official in some way because it's confusing everybody because no one knows how this works. And it seems like the discretion of the league, which causes a lot of issues. So should Wemby have been suspended?
Yes. Even though, because we can't sit over here and be like, well, he got suspended early in the game, so that's kind of like a suspension.
I didn't make that excuse. I don't care about that.
No, I'm just saying. In general, the way I saw it was he got yes, he did get ejected early in the game, which is kind of like being suspended for a game. I get that, but still, and then no fine either. Listen, they keep on saying, well, he ain't got no track record of being dirty. Maybe this is the beginning of his track record, but that's neither here nor there either. But it's like, there's a difference between your first offense when you do something illegal. Your first offense, if you steal candy from a candy store, is going to be different than if you murder somebody, right? So a slap on the wrist for that, hey, man, quit stealing, man. I mean, that don't mean nothing at the end of the day, that little piece of candy, that don't mean nothing, but we letting you know that there are real consequences. When you murder somebody, that just is what it is. And what I saw in that particular foul that he gave out, his flagrant 2, which we don't have a rule for, maybe a flagrant 4, like you were saying, it's accumulation, but in actual, let's call it a flagrant 4. But then that would mean more free throws or whatever. But I believe that the door should be open for flagrant 2s to be, okay, yeah, you got ejected. That is what that is. But also, we still got to look at it because if you murder somebody, then there's different stakes out there in regards to punishment. And what he did was there was intent. He looked at the man, looked down at him, and took that elbow. At least meta world peace. At least he acted like he was celebrating. We knew it was very much intentional. But at least looked like he was celebrating.
Could also be somebody grabbed my arm, which Jaden McDaniel did. And he was like, I'm trying to get my arm off of him. Which was a complete lie, but he has that excuse. It's a lie. I'm not going to pretend that lie for him.
Let me ask you as a fan, did he aim at that man's head with his elbow? Let me ask you as a fan.
But you can't 100% prove it.
I can look at it, what I saw, and say.
And you can judge it based on that, but can you prove it?
If they call you
what if he told you, Jaden McDaniel grabbed my arm, which he did, and I was trying to get off of him because he was grabbing me.
If they take you into Stephon Diggs' courtroom right now, and they ask you a yes or no question, can you answer that question, yes or no? Did he look at that man in intent and with intent and aim for his head and use his elbow, yes or no?
Would But you'll have two
No,
different.
no, Miss BBL Chef. No, Miss
So
BBL Chef. We don't need you to put in your own narrative, Miss BBL Chef. Yes or no, please.
I can't 100% prove it. I'm not him. I can make a judgment.
As somebody that is a witness to a crime.
Okay, let's say this. As a human being who is one of the few 7'5" human beings, it's only like 7 of them in the world.
I didn't ask you to be the prosecutor. I didn't ask you to be an attorney.
Question for Monray in the court. Monray, if a 6'9" man do that, does it hit Nas Reed in the head or do it just?
I asked you to be a witness, by the way. Be a witness to the event, not a lawyer.
If he was shorter, would it connect with his head?
If he was shorter, no.
So you judging a man who is uniquely different.
But
you gotta judge intent.
To that exact point, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with everything. To that exact point, if he was shorter, no, it wouldn't have hit the head. But Wemby knows how tall he is. He knows where his elbow is in direction to where Nas Reed is. So he's not stupid. So therefore, that argument falls on his face because Wemby knows if I put my elbow straight from my chest, I know where it's going to hit him, especially if I look at him.
Away from Jaden McDaniel. By the way,
especially if I look at him before I know where my elbow going to hit because he ain't. So like that argument dies. That argument dies.
I looked at you before I did it.
Did he not get hit in the face twice before this happened?
That don't matter.
What you mean? He got hit in the face.
Matter. You can't do that.
What if he was blind? What if he got his eyes blinded and he couldn't see really?
We gotta look at the foul. We gotta look at the foul. We gotta look at the foul. Is it a flagrant or not? Is it a flagrant or not?
But based on the rule, first time offenders, unless hurt, which, like I said, happened with Jokic, typically do not get suspended.
What should first time offenders that murder somebody should?
They get less time than people who do it twice.
But do they still get their lives in prison?
No, they get probably 15. They usually get 20 years. My cousin got 20 years. But if you go do somebody again, he get life. Unless it's like some heinous type crime, like you fully just walked up somebody.
I'm gonna let you have that because I was delusional Laker fan all year. So I'm gonna let you be delusional today.
What happens if you murdered somebody? I told you my cousin did. He only got 20 years. But
so what did Wemby get? So what did Wemby get?
He got kicked out of the game.
That was not a harsh. All right.
By the way, let's dispel this whole notion. By the way, listen, they are not kicking a superstar out of a playoff game.
And that part I can agree with you with. I'm
like, they are not kicking a superstar out of a playoff game. This man got 17 points right now, and I'm looking at Twitter, and they going crazy. And people that hate him are really saying he should be suspended. And they are hate watching, and the people that love him is excited that this man is going crazy right now. Just imagine you don't have this in this game tonight.
I mean, the only one who care about like what if we didn't have this in the game tonight are the people who are analyzing the game and Spurs fans, and Wolves fans by default. But to answer the lovely question presented, should he have been suspended? That's a divided question. I will say he should have been fined. I say he should have at least been fined.
I don't mind a fine.
You could justify, not necessarily justify. You can, if you're the league and everybody else, you can ignore not being ejected if you find him. If he had got fined, most people would have just been like, "Fine, we'll deal with it." You know what? Superstar treatment, fine, because he's not going to get ejected suspended during the game, and he got ejected. What else? We'll take the superstar treatment if you find a freak out of him. Because, excuse me, Devin Booker got fined $50,000 for mouthing off about how a referee screwed him in the game with a bogus foul that he was right on, mind you. And he got $50,000 fined for that. This playoff, you know. Jokic got fined $35,000 for running up into a man's face, not physically engaging him, but just running up and getting in his face. He got fined $35,000 for that. Wemby, regardless of what we believe his intent is or whatever, because technically, like Zell said, we can't prove what his intent is because we can't read his mind. We know what he did. So anyway, the man looked, charged up an elbow, and proceeded to try to elbow Nas Reed. We know what he did.
He said charged up an elbow. Meant that.
Because he charged it. Like we know, like it wasn't like a whole like Hadoken charge some of that bullshit. No, but he stood back, winded up, and hit his elbow out. We know what he did. So the fact that you did that based off of your recent history, you should have fined him. Like it just, like I say, that's what should have happened. Should have at least got fined. Like if I get $50K for mouthing off by the referee when they did me wrong, mind you, and I get $35K for rolling up in a man's face, I'm supposed to get $100K for elbowing somebody in the head. You know, like just straight up, I'm supposed to get that. So regardless of superstar status on keeping him in the game, fine. We'll accept that because we understand superstars get bonus treatment. We are not knocking that. We know that it's a fact in the NBA. You still supposed to do something. To just let him get off and be like, he got ejected out the game, that was enough. Look, let's be real. Now, let's just be 100% real, America and everybody watching. If Timberwolves would have lost that game, what would Wemby would have lost for losing it? Wemby wouldn't take it when they got other than his in-game check, you know, for getting paid during the game. If he wouldn't have gotten paid for that game because he got ejected early in the first quarter or whatever, if he wouldn't have got paid for that game and the Timberwolves still lost, Wemby basically would have got away with murder because he was like, oh, I tried to elbow him, but I didn't really hurt him as much as, you know, he could have been hurt. Not for real. He didn't, and we still won the game. So technically, who the freak cares? So technically, Wemby would have got away with nothing other than just getting ejected, but the team still won. So they lucked out that the Timberwolves won the game because if the Timberwolves would have lost, this would have been way worse. But because the Timberwolves won the game, they was able to like, all right, go ahead and try to sweep this on the rug a little bit of work because Timberwolves got the win. So they got.
I got a question though, because I do wonder this. I wonder if Spurs would have won, would they have been okay with suspending him?
Yeah,
yeah. You have to do something.
I think it's like weird though about the league. Like, if it's 2-2, we don't want to. Well, if it's 3-1,
I mean, but this thing about it, I'm fair too. This thing that I'm fair too. The league sometimes more or less gives punishment depending on the results of what happens. Like when Metal World Peace, like shout out to some of the announcer shows that I watch, analyst shows like First Thing First, First Second, whatever it may be. When Metal World Peace elbowed James Harden had a concussion, which helped to make their decision to suspend Metal World Peace for 7 games. Good. Now, if James Harden wouldn't have had a concussion, but he still got elbowed in the back of the head, it's very possible man might not have got 7 games.
I agree.
Because Nas Reed did not get seriously hurt, it also helped the case of, okay, we ain't got to go crazy with the punishment because overall he's fine.
Quote unquote, like, no harm, no foul.
I understand how that goes.
I agree.
I get how that goes. So like this, that's how it goes sometimes in the league. Like, is it fair? No, it's absolutely not fair. Do I think women should have been fined? Absolutely, he should have been fined. Suspended, slippery slope, because I understand how the league and everything go. You can make your case on that how I go. I say he should have at least been fined. After that, look,
you may be a better
around the playoffs. I'm not gonna knock them for making a decision because nobody was seriously hurt, and you can give them a stern talking to and a stern email, and the coach can get on his case and all that kind of stuff. Mind you, Wemby is also young. This is his first playoffs because he did not make the playoffs the first year he was there and all the stuff that happened. His first playoffs, very physical, maybe the most physical series of games and stuff he's ever played, and he's 7'5". So. Mind you, a whole bunch of stuff going into that. But I said he should have been fined. But the fact that they did nothing other than eject him definitely, I think, rubs a lot of people the wrong way because it just makes it so, like, we get that favoritism exists in the NBA. It exists in all sports. We understand that. But to make it so blatant really just rubs people the wrong way to be like, man, like, it really is rigged a lot of times. Like, just sometimes it just really is. And it's bad to say. But look, we had to deal with the Luka trade last year and the rigging, and I say rigging because can't nobody convince me that wasn't rigged. The rigging of the NFL draft last year, and now we got, blatant examples of favoritism stuff showing it again. It's just like, look, like, at least act like you're trying to be fair sometimes, but whatever. The NBA sometimes just don't care. So it is what it is.
Let me ask y'all this then. Is the bar set at, as long as ain't nobody really get hurt, is cool. That's an ejection. Is that the bar for ejection?
They ain't got
and then nothing else? Because set the bar now.
No, if somebody get hurt, they automatically suspend people.
And I'm here for that. But I'm saying, but what's the bar? Like if I elbow you, because just because you didn't get hurt, didn't mean that you couldn't.
Was because he knocked old boy out. What's the twin name? And he got
Marcus Morris.
Yeah, he knocked him out.
One of the Morris twins. I forgot the other, whichever one, right? But the Morris.
So when he hurt him, he got hurt. So they're like, okay, you missing the same game he missed.
Like I said, it just depends because it's to me, it's just a case by case basis. Just like when I forgot who, but somebody shoved Chris Paul and Chris Paul almost did a barrel roll when he got shoved and almost hit the floor. And he got like it's just a case by case basis half the time when stuff like this happens. It's literally case by case. Like we look at I use Metal War Pistons. We look at this elbow. Wemby didn't get nothing happen. We look at the elbow that Metal War Peace gave. He got 7 games. We look at the brawl that happened that involved 3 or 4 players.
That'll be fair with David Stern too. David Stern is.
How many games did any of them get?
Yo, David Stern was suspending everybody. He's suspending Allen Iverson for not wearing a suit.
So it's just like it's just like you gotta look. It's always to me. It's always gonna be a case by case basis. It's never like a standard basis of okay, nobody got hurt. It's always who did it. What happened? What's the situation? And what do we need to try to smother and deal with, and what's gonna blow up? It's always a case by case basis. Perfect example, and I pray this don't happen. Nothing of that nature. Perfect example. Cade Cunningham. Let's just say Cade Cunningham. No, I ain't gonna use Cade or I don't want to put on but I don't want to put on nobody. But just an example. Jalen Duren can be playing aggressive defense and accidentally elbow Donovan Mitchell in the mouth. And it'd be a flagrant 2. He might get fouled he might get fined that night. And yet Wemby gets no foul. He just gets ejected. So I look at all the situations. It's always going to be different. It's always going to be who are you and what do we have to gain and lose and what ended up happening before, during, and after the fact. It's always
subjectivity right there. It's just
I'm telling you, if Spurs end up winning that game, they might we could spin.
You got to do something to him at that point. You have to. For your brand.
Because they didn't win, they
do something.
But because they didn't win, they're like
the league been letting people get away with a lot of bullshit. LeBron got away with bullshit. Michael Jordan got away with a lot of bullshit. Kobe got away with a lot of bullshit people don't talk about.
He did nothing that would be replayed
Kobe did a bunch of
times the next day.
Things on people that nobody talk about. Because you know why? They protect the shit. Listen, women don't do much and continue to do this. Guess what? I'm telling you, in 5 years right now, if Wemby don't do nothing else, we ain't gonna remember nothing he did today by elbow. The same way we don't remember half the stuff Kobe did.
But my mind is that he's supposed to be a perennial generational player.
By the way, David Stern was wild though. Wemby would 100% been suspended on David Stern.
I think David Stern may have leaned into some stereotypes and thought about
Lamar Stoudemire for stepping off the bench.
I mean, two things I will say. One, when it comes to the Wemby thing,
it's a good racist.
People will only remember about this elbow of Wemby. One, if he does something else wrong or dirty or bad foul or anything. 2, if they lose this series. If they lose this series, they'll directly remember the elbow because they'll be like, this is the game you should have been at. Jock could have won. Other than that, they won't. They're gonna bring it up.
We don't want a championship. I 100% agree.
Now, two. The other thing is, when you say Kobe didn't do anything. Kobe did get suspended for 2 games for elbowing Mike Miller, on the throat when he was making that drive in the head. Like he did get suspended for 2 games for elbowing somebody himself, even though he said it was basically basketball to move people in the lane or whatever. This was back in 2005. So like a lot of stars done did some stuff, not like just majority, but a lot of stars done been caught like something happened or a situation on the court or whatever. It just depends. But yeah, Kobe done had a flagrant 2 before. He done lost a couple games. It ain't often, but shoot, it just depends. But I was trying to remember flagrant 2s, but yeah, he did it. He didn't need he didn't have a flagrant 2 to him. So.
If you go win games, people forget that you did. But
on the same thing, we forget Raja Bell clothesline the heck out of Kobe Bryant in the playoffs. Like it's just we forget.
That's a way to get back, by the way.
I'm saying I'm looking like bro, it's stuff that be happening, bro. Just like when you think about it through the years, like man. This stuff happens more often than you really just think about it. You just don't really put it into perspective until it happens to a star. Whether it happened to them or they did it.
But wait, Kobe did have another incident in 2012 with Kenneth Faried, but that was under Adam Silver?
2012. Oh,
he was still a deputy.
It was his last years, yeah.
So he had an incident with Kenneth Faried in which they did not call. Why do I know that? I was rooting for the Nuggets at the time, so I know when I know it could be the thing, didn't it? So, but like I said, people depending on who it is, superstar, the situation, what game it is. Like I said, I believe if Minnesota would have lost, they would have probably suspended him just to.
I agree. I agree.
It's based on league. And by the way, he's a superstar. Like this whole argument that like, oh, you ain't gonna protect the brand or health over a superstar. There's not a league in this world that wouldn't protect the superstar.
This is so unnatural.
Patrick Mahomes gets away with a lot of bullshit that other people won't get away with, by the way.
You have to give Artest that. Ain't nobody like, yeah, we're doing.
Now, Ron Artest tried to hurt.
Nobody doing that.
That was one of the hardest elbows I ever seen. That man.
Yeah, Ron Artest, boy.
That shit was violent.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that elbow, boy. I don't think nobody understands the elbow right now.
After a scored bucket, he just scored, and that's what you did.
And James Harden decided to brush against him, to just do a little brush against him like they do it sometimes in basketball games, and just the wind up and
Shoryuken.
But let's talk about these other two series. My 76ers got swept, as I did in my short. I don't know what to tell you. They didn't miss. We had a dude come off the bench that hit like 8 threes and had 24 points in like 3 minutes. And I'm like, who the f is this dude? Well, we got Quinn Grimes. By the way, apparently our team don't like each other. Well, our team don't like our general manager, which I understand because they traded Jared McCain. And then when Maxey go to the bench, we have no way to score. And Jared McCain, I watched him play the Lakers, and the man shooting 83% from three.
He had a good fourth and third quarter, man. That dude can play. He can score. He can score. He can score. I'm not gonna say he can play like all.
We were playing good defense for them. I'm like,
no, I no. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm just saying right now at this point in time, you feel like you lost.
Moving like this for us. What you do, Daryl?
I don't think nobody understands why he traded him, but whatever.
He traded him for nothing.
It was super duper random too.
They said Embiid and Maxey went up and like, bro, why you trade him for nobody? Give us at least. They got 50 players on that team.
What if Embiid
like a top 8 pick and he don't even get on the Monray? That man is a DMP. He was a top 7, 8 pick. What name? Sordo from
and played well last year. Was like rookie of the year contender last year.
This man don't get on the court.
He was a rookie of the year contender last year.
This man don't. He a DMP every game of this season. I'm like,
why you got traded?
Him? You couldn't get him.
Why you got traded
for a sandwich?
Why you got traded?
Pooping in the playoffs, and we at home.
Why you got traded?
You feel a little bit more confident when you're playing with a great team. When you're not sure about your team, like
he was playing good before he got injured for us. That's my problem.
All I know about Philly. What if Embiid was like, I'm not very comfortable with this guy in the locker room, and that's why they got him out of there?
Well, he was mad he was gone. So he was mad he was gone, apparently, according to the report.
I see. I'm just saying because I don't see why he was left out because he was another threat, and that's what they miss sometimes is the scoring threat.
We got people, man. There's people wide open threes, Quinn Grimes, and if he was there shooting 83%, who knows? Maybe we don't get beat every game. Probably still lose, but do we get beat every game with an extra shooter on the court? No, Daryl Moore.
Who's higher, James Harden or Paul George? Who would you expect more if they came to your team? Who would you expect more from?
James Harden.
Right now.
Probably
neither.
See. So are they in the same lane, or who would be above?
James Harden, all time.
I guess James Harden, because I expect James Harden to be the facilitator of the offense when he's there. So I guess I expect more from him. But but I guess outside of it, it's like I don't really expect much from either one of you, like other than being veteran leadership and support to an already established good team and core. I don't expect y'all to be the missing piece that I'm missing. I expect you to do well and help the team that I have. That's what I expect from them. So it's like I don't really expect much, but and especially because they're two different players. For Paul George, I would expect support scoring and good defense on the wing. For James Harden, I expect you to be a good facilitator for the offense and to help my big man open up lanes and stuff of that nature. That's what I would expect to be the one.
Was Paul George being a defensive threat in this past series, y'all? Like all the way together?
Did you see our team? We didn't have no defense threat.
I mean, they got shredded from 3 and just period. So nobody really.
Ain't nobody helped defensively. It was just a 3-pointer.
Unfortunately, just nobody
we could
really
not get in because
Can't do nothing against that, huh? If you
like
just
the
hit
Knicks
shots.
were the Knicks were just on point. They were just on point. They had I don't know what they unlocked after game 3 against the Hawks, but they just unlocked something. And they have been like a championship level threat in every game since. And like on a historic kind of level. It ain't just regular. Like their like ratios and percentages are
ain't they plus 139?
They're like unnatural.
Games?
Like it's crazy how well they're playing.
Yo, in 5 games. That means you know what the average is? You winning by like 23 points a game.
Like it's unnatural how well they're playing. So it's
I want to put it like this to anybody watching. The 76ers had like 60 points at halftime. They were getting beat by 20.
Yeah, like that's an amazing game on a regular season day. That's a great game. You had a good game. 76.
Even when they blew out Atlanta only had like 38 points. So it was like, okay, they didn't score a lot. They scored 60 and was still
getting blown out.
Listen, if you score 60, you usually up by 10 at halftime.
Yeah. Yep.
They down 20. I'm like, so everybody like, even people at work would text me like, "What's up?" I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. They don't miss. They don't miss. Even in the heat of battle, they don't miss. They had 122 points in the third quarter. That's crazy.
I don't get. I don't know what Mike Brown. I don't know what the Knicks team have unlocked after that game 3. They have been on a tear. That's been better than dang any team in the league.
Miles McBride was 7 from 9 from 3.
Hey, shout out to McBride. He's been an interesting piece because he's already there defensively too.
Listen to these 3-point numbers: 4 for 6 from Josh Hart, 2 for 3 from Towns, 7 for 9 from McBride, 6 for 10 from Brunson, 4 for 6 from Shamet. Everybody
is this a lucky streak or can they actually shoot threes?
I don't know. They've been doing it for a whole playoffs, whole 5-6 games.
Because that means they can have a bad game.
No. To be fair, I'm not gonna bullshit. It's a lucky streak. I'm not gonna sit here and act like because it's just unnatural to be able to shoot that well from 3. It's unnatural, and so like I'm not gonna act like them playing well is a good thing. Like yeah, like them playing well is great. Like they are playing at the way they're playing is able to be sustained to a certain degree. That's fine. Shooting that accurate from 3 is just not sustainable. You're not going to always be able to shoot. What's that on average? What 70% from 3? That's just not natural. Like you're not going to shoot.
Numbers.
This is not 2K. You are not going to naturally shoot 70, 75, 80% from 3-point range. And not just you, your team shooting 60 to 80% from 3-point range. Your team is just not going to be able to sustain it. Everybody cannot shoot. I don't even know who
McBride is.
Right? Everybody cannot shoot that well. So yeah, it's a lucky streak. Like we can say that to that extent for at least the 3-point shooting because you're just not going to shoot that well on any kind of regular basis. But the way they're playing, their defense, the efficiency, the ball movement, all of that can be sustained. That is fine. Which makes them a threat. But if they were shooting 60 to 80% from 3 for the rest of the playoffs, no team in the league is beating them. The teams in the league could combine and they still wouldn't beat them because there's just the amount of I'm sorry, shooting, just take 4 for 6, 7 from 9 from 3, 2 for 3. That's 60 to 80% on average. No team in the league could beat that if you're shooting that well from 3. There's just no way you can be beaten. So no, they're not going to sustain that. No, they're probably going to come back down to reality at least at some point, but they're still playing very well. But no, absolutely not. If they continue to blow teams out by an average of 23 points, it's going to be some ugly conversations and you'll never be able to hit the end of it from Knicks fans for the next 50 years. So that's just not
going to get a shrine to him.
That's just not finna happen, bro. They're not going to shoot that way.
They're finna get a mansion and they finna give him a mansion and everything.
But I do think they continue to play very well. Just that the shooting streak is just unnatural. But I do think they can play very well. Like even the Golden State Warriors wasn't shooting that dang well. When they went 73-9, they weren't shooting 60 to 80% from 3. Not even that well. And they had a team of 3-point shooters. No, sir. That ain't happening.
I don't know what they found in McBride. I don't even know where this dude came from.
Man, I don't know what wizardry Mike Brown and channeled, and I don't know what they done did in there, but somehow they have become the most dominant and threatening team in the playoffs over the course of 7 games in 2 weeks. Crazy.
I don't know what Castle did to the referee, but they do not like him. They do. Listen, I ain't even calling the game unfair either side, but one person who is not getting a whistle is Castle. I saw Julius Randle pick him up by both his arms and throw him on the floor, and they called him foul on Castle. That man arms were like,
come on back, coach. Come on back.
No, I've just been noticing, like, it ain't even about the team. I just want to know what Castle did to the refs that they hate him.
This ain't, man, probably him not talking. Like, he's a weird kind of vocal. Like, when he talk, he's kind of like Jaylen Brown when it comes to like being a vocal person. Just when he say stuff, it be so loud because we ain't used to you talking. Like, we ain't not used to your personality. So when you say something, I'm automatically like taking it to the max with you. Like, what?
I mean, to be fair, that's been the Spurs. The Spurs are not a loud team. They've always had quiet players. They've always had players that
ever talk.
They just don't like that. Tony Parker didn't say much. Manu Ginobili didn't say much.
Obviously, Tim.
But Tim Duncan never said much. Kawhi Leonard never said much. Like they always have been quiet. They rarely ever say much of anything. Like they just never say much.
Monray Wemby, the first person I ever seen talk.
I just they don't say. Popovich don't say much. Popovich say what he needs to say and he gone. Like the Spurs have always been there. So that's just in there.
Kawhi don't even talk.
Kawhi barely talks at all. Like, that's just a system. That's just they have. But it's just like, hey, we're gonna do everything we're gonna do on the court. We don't be loud, boys. They don't say much. They don't do all that. It's just like, hey, we're gonna do it on the court. We'll be done. That has been them for the last 30 years. I think longer than 30. But that's just been them.
That's why I think it's different for the refs to ref him right now because they're like, who nigga, what? You ain't supposed to talk. This ain't what that's not what we do when we do Spurs games. So if he's being he could be
pedigree formation and then get thrown on the floor and the referee said foul on Castle. And I said, damn. I'm not complaining about fouls. Foul part of the game, it is what it is. But
you pick and choose when it is. We'll see how you feel. If you make it to the next round, we'll see how you feel about fouls next round.
Listen, have you seen this series? If I
we'll see, like I said, we'll see if y'all make it to the next round. We'll see. But right now, y'all look pretty good. Y'all
pedigreed on the court. Game. So next up, we got the finale, the LA Lakers. As you see, Uniqo, his guard, gets swept by the OKC Thunder. 2 questions. How do we feel about this series? As we didn't talk about it much because it just started last week. And where do the Lakers go from here? Or the 76ers, by the way. I didn't mention it, but what did both of them do to go from here?
Which one are we talking first?
Let's do the Lakers and then go where they go from here. And then when we do where they go from here, you can just do both of them.
The Lakers, I'm not really surprised. Like, I mean, not having Luka, was basically a third to half of their total offense really just gone. Whether it's just like by his scoring or his playmaking, all that kind of stuff. So not having him and then having to go against, the champions is just a lot to ask. They was able to put up a decent fight, all things considered. Like, even though they got swept, they was able to put up a decent fight, especially in game 4. So it doesn't surprise me of what happened. I don't think nobody's really just surprised they lost the series. Whether you had them losing in 4, 5, 6, nobody had them pick just because, like I said, missing Luka and Austin Reeves, however percentage he's there, you just weren't. Even full strength, most people just weren't going to pick them. So I'm not surprised at it at all. It's fine. And the way some of these people play, some people are going to be happy. Some people might get a couple of paydays. Ooh, a couple of them players, boy. Y'all might be heading to the y'all can't go to the Wizards. The Wizards got the number 1 pick. They're not taking no more bad contracts. So let's see. You might be heading to Memphis. Some other teams that you might be heading to. Charlotte. You might be heading over to Charlotte too. The Kings. The Kings are always taking a couple of players that nobody looking forward to anymore. I'm just saying, a few of y'all, you might want to get ready to go ahead and hit some of these cold areas because it's not gonna be looking pretty for you in the next few weeks. So as free agency starts to open itself a little bit, and y'all get shipped off, because they're gonna be like, nah. And shout out to the dominating chain thing. Yeah, like that whole thing. Shout out to it. I'm gonna let Uniqo talk about that, but yeah, shout out to the chain man.
3 rebounds.
Chain man. Shout out to you, man.
Oh, I do want to say this before Uniqo go. We're gonna let him go. You listen. I saw a lot of Hachimura played his ass off this series.
He is somebody that you might get paid now, because
Listen, my boy said he saw people saying he got to get traded. My boy said to the point where at the end of the game, people said, "Why he wasn't in the game?"
Yeah, yeah, that happened.
No, we want Maxi Kleber. My bad.
What the hell was that? When they said Maxi Kleber has entered the game, I said, "What the fuck? For what? He has not played the whole game."
Well, shout out to West for calling it out. He gonna drop a wide open play for Austin Reed, which was wide. It's a beautiful play call.
It was a good shot. But it was a good look.
But Kid West called it before it even happened. They're gonna be short because he legs tied, and it exactly was short. Shout out to Kid for calling it exactly what happened. JJ, great play. It's a shot you want, but as Kid said, his legs tied. It was short. He even took a step up to get it quicker because he knew his legs were tired. Some people say he should have just pulled up from the first one, but yeah, with him. But Uniqo.
This series went how I logically knew it would go, right? But as a fan, you tend to find little ways to try and debunk what you know in your head is to be true. You know what I'm saying? It's like having that girl ain't shit, but you try and debunk it somehow, like, because it's something about them, that you really like about them, and that's what happened to the Lakers here. And I was being a fan, and I was seeing things that we can take advantage of, and I was seeing, hey, maybe the refs is calling it a certain way at certain points of the game to mess up momentum. That's what you're gonna see when you're a fan. But I'm gonna say this much: I didn't see them as championship contenders with my basketball brain. No, just like in a sense how I look at Detroit, basketball brain says that team's not good enough. But I know that the Lakers aren't good enough for OKC, because when that man said that they was 1 through 17 deep, I believe that. And like, y'all went and got Richard and got McCain. Like, McCain's not a scrub. He wasn't a second round 55th pick like Bronny or something like that, right? He's a good player, and OKC's going to be great for years to come. I'm actually intrigued about some of the contracts that are coming up, like Hardenstein. Like, honestly, he's a luxury to have. 2 big bodies, like, not when I say big bodies, I mean like length, like being.
Oh, there's no contract coming up besides Caruso. Me and your cousin Wes looked up the other day.
But Hardenstein is up,
like 3
right?
years. Even AJ got 3 years for like $9 million. So I'm like, they locked in for years.
And y'all locked in at these small price points, and this nigga just gave you 29 or 25 in 2 back-to-back games. Like, that's OKC got something going on there, and I think they're getting back to what it is to play basketball, and I applaud them for that. But I look at my team, I look at the Lakers and how they matched up against OKC. There's no fucking way. I'm sorry. If for us to get a game out of them, it does take for SGA to not have a good shooting night. It does take for Ayton to actually step up and actually, put up a hot 25, because at some point before his stint with the Trailblazers, I was like, Ayton's actually kind of good, but like, now that I'm seeing him, he's on my team. The microscope is there. It's like, oh my God, this is terrible. Like, this dude is not all that. Point blank period. And you dropping videos with your chain. This is the craziest time ever, because now nobody knew about your hands like that until this happened. Until you start getting to playoffs and you dropping passes, and you are a big reason as to like a lot of different turnovers. So I mean, man, our team, you're telling me to go into with 41-year-old LeBron. I'm not going to use that, because I'm going to use that to praise him if he had won. I was going to use that. But you telling him, Luke Kennard, who has ever said Luke Kennard is a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth option? Luke Kennard is the white boy that can shoot, point blank period. And Luke Kennard just got paid off of this series. I know that for a fact. He just got paid. Marcus Smart probably gets another year off of this playoff run in a sense. But I mean, We went down there, man. Jackson, what the hell? I don't know what he's doing down there. Like, he's just really tall, and there's a different team for him. But I feel like the Lakers are built for like an actual huge big, like, I don't know, Anthony Davis. I digress.
You want Embiid?
And Joel Embiid. I would take process right now, Joel Embiid, in that game last night, and I feel a little better about it. But and my final point in this, like, when I'm comparing teams, drop LeBron on these teams and what happens. And I'm looking at so many different superstars that could go to this Lakers team without Luka, without Austin, and honestly with Luka and Austin. I don't like that team. That's not how I would play ball. That's not real basketball. That's a whole bunch of niggas that want to score. And that's two liabilities I'm looking at right then and there. And then we can even call LeBron a liability on defense. They say it. So let's say there's 3 starting people that's not going to give you the same effort on the defensive side of the floor. So, I mean, that's what we got going on here. This is not a good team. This team is not constructed well, and they did well for what they had. And that's where I'll give it to y'all. What should we do from and what should we do from here? I'll segue into that. If you're a Laker fan, you gotta see if you can get Drummond. So get him. There's some big men in the league that would be more efficient, not efficient, but more effective at the 5 than what DeAndre Ayton has showed us, because he's not even showing up on the side that we would expect for him to, which is offensively. I was expecting 18 to 22 points out of him, and out of this for the season, he just did not show up. I'm thinking about Roy Hibbert. I would have took Roy Hibbert on this team. I'm thinking about Andrew Bynum. I'm taking him on these teams. You know what I'm saying? DeAndre Ayton is not a memorable center for the Los Angeles Lakers franchise. And where we go from here as a franchise, you just need a 5, a real 5, and then see what you can do from there.
I feel that. But breaking news, Daryl Morey is out as president of the 76ers as of 10 minutes before we started the show.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
8:20 at night, they pulled the trigger. How many days has it been since they lost?
We were just talking in the background. They
was like, well, as soon as we lose, all right, you can go. All right, you don't.
How many days has it been since they lost? Was it Sunday?
They lost yesterday.
Oh, they lost yesterday with the Lakers.
No, they lost the day before yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So they thought on it.
They played on the same day. Listen, my team lost on the same night. That's how I know. The home team.
They had a meeting. They had a meeting with them. Took them a couple days. They're like, all right, it's just we'll keep the head coach. You can go ahead and go. I mean, that's fair. We'll go that route. Or what should they do now? The one of the reasons why
I do want to remember, because I'm gonna forget. R.I.P. Jason Collins and R.I.P. Brandon Clark. Jason Collins.
Please rest in peace. God bless y'all, family, friends, and loved ones.
This 27-year-old player passed away.
That's crazy, man. I'm sorry, man. Sorry to hear that.
Oh, I said, please, man. God bless your family, friends, and loved ones. That's rough. Please rest in peace. But moving on, part of the reason why Daryl Morey is out is because of the state of the 76ers. They're really just stuck. Embiid has like 3 more years on huge money.
97 million.
They're stuck.
Oh God, I didn't know it was like that. I
think his contract, that extension just goes in starting next year or something like that. They're stuck. Like, that's a really tough place to at. They're stuck. Like, so they don't really have a lot of places to go. He got money coming. Paul George still got money coming for at least the next 2 years. So like, they're stuck because like those 2 extensions really have to happen.
No knees, by the way.
So they're really stuck on those contracts. It's really doubtful they're going to be able to trade those away and get something back from them that's going to actually help them, because they may have to attach picks to those contracts because they're really bad contracts considering the state of the players. So like, they're stuck. They can't even really build around their great backcourt of Edgecombe and Maxey because they're so stuck on the other end with them contracts. So what they're going to have to do is pretty much try to hit on draft picks and try to pick up other people to help the team out in cheap ways, try to build up a bench, build up, get some veteran minimum, some small contracts, and try to build up on the little small parts. Because their main core, those people they have, that's not changing. Unless somebody decides to take them contracts out their hand or something like that, which normally the Wizards, but that's probably not going to be the Wizards right now. So They just, I'm sorry, it's just Wizards that has been what they've been. The Wizards have always been one of them teams that you can just dump off a contract to and they'll pick it up for extra picks. But it's just, they're stuck. So they don't really have a lot to do other than trying to get a bunch of extra pieces and try to form that around there and just see about making that work. Try to pick up a bench. Try to see if you can get Embiid as healthy as possible and just go from there and try to just build on Edgecombe and Maxey, how young they are, their production and everything. Just go from there. They don't really have a lot that they can do without some massive swing, 3-team crazy trade or some mess like that. So it's just their stuff.
So
the Lakers.
So Maxey and Edgecombe are secured, and then you do have Embiid that's secured. Is Paul George coming back next year? Is he secured?
Yeah, Paul George is here for the next 2 or 3 years. He got an extension too.
So that's that.
Yeah, they're stuck.
Okay.
They're stuck. Okay. That's their crew. That crew 95%, unless the crazy play does not change.
He signed a 4-year, $211 million deal. Daryl Morey should have been fired. Why is Embiid with $2 million? Listen, Daryl Morey signed a man to a 3-year, a $62 million a year deal, and he ain't got an Achilles in neither one of his knees. Then he signed Paul George to 4 years, $211 million.
That's why Daryl Morey is out of a job. He believes in the boys. He believes in the boys.
James, so I feel like James Harden is just a hater because he didn't get that. He's just a hater at this point.
He believed in them boys, and they let him down, unfortunately. So now he's out of a job.
$211 million.
I agree. That to Daryl Morey's point, honestly, he's got something to work with. Those aren't terrible in a perfect world.
No, in a perfect world, that's like a championship level contending team. But unfortunately, this ain't a perfect world. And Paul George, I'm not gonna say he's washed or nothing. I'm not gonna put that on him necessarily because he at least supported at some points at some points in this playoff run. He's after his prime. He's definitely out of his prime years at this point. So the $211 million deal that he got just is not justified at the current moment with the level of play that you get from him. Embiid, if you can just get him healthy, you'll be able to produce, but just is basically praying at this point because he's been, hopefully for the future that he's not, I pray nothing but good health for him. In the past, he's just been so unfortunately unlucky with injuries that it's just hard to see you getting the next 3 years worth of production out of him that you paid him for. So that's why Daryl Morey is out of a job. So like I said, they're stuck. Hopefully they can just get a bunch of pieces to help build up the bench. Maybe get a good defensive swing player for the small forward position and just go from there. But
does he start consistently or does he come off
start?
The bench?
He starts.
Okay, starting. Okay.
I want y'all to understand something. Between Paul George and Embiid alone, we are paying them $60 million and $50 million a piece. That's $112 million on 2 people. One that ain't got no knees, and the other one might take some medicine that will get him suspended.
In his defense, they did not have to pay his salary for 25 games. I don't know if that affects the salary cap or not, but I think you get an exception for that.
We can't even who we gonna trade on? Who you giving for Paul George for 2 years, $50 million a year? He only got 2 years left because the deal was in 2024 that Daryl Morey signed him.
There's a team that Paul George could actually make a contender right now too, even though he's on one.
Listen, if some miracle that they can find some medicine to get Embiid healthy, that's 100% worth it. Cause he a dog.
Second scorer in Detroit, that would be great.
But I don't know. 76ers, we just got to hit on. We got the number 2. We got the Houston Rockets draft pick, number 22, because they don't have a draft pick. Because they Daryl Morey. I don't know what they must owe Daryl Morey a favor or something because they traded. So we got that for Jared McCain, even though it ain't much. Jared McCain probably gonna be a better player than the random 22nd draft pick we got. But yeah, what it is. So we still got draft pick, even though OKC on our other draft pick. And I think we traded somebody, Paul George, for him or something. I don't remember. It's weird. Listen, Daryl Morey just did a bunch of strange things, which he ended up pissing off James Harden.
I mean, he left Houston kind of in an okay position, right? Houston wasn't ass. When he left him in an okay position, right? He just took James Harden with him.
They kind of let's just put it like this: he didn't leave that long ago, and everybody on that team is no longer on that team no more.
For Houston?
Yeah, there's nobody from Daryl Morey era still on that team. They all
But they put him in a pretty good position though. Like he left them all right though. Does Philly have like a whole bunch of picks and stuff coming up next?
No. We traded them all for audio. But we
all right, Grandpa. I was looking for something that did I send it to myself? Dang it, I need to send it to myself.
By the way, we got hope that VJ Edgecombe keep getting better. So that's our hope.
And I mean, that's something
people
really good to
hang out in Philly and come off
you get them for cheap. You get them for cheap for what? 3 years after your rookie contract, you get them for cheap, right?
Well,
for like what is it 3 or 4 years?
Cheap, but he's way cheaper than he should be.
Is it 3 or 4 years on that rookie contract?
I think it's
Do you know?
3 or 4. I don't know. But I don't know what they could do. The Lakers got a big decision to make though. What they doing with LeBron?
I think it's a LeBron decision. I think this is player option too, so it's up to him. Whatever he want to do. I wouldn't want to play with this team. If I'm LeBron and with my skill set, I don't want to play with this team. Let Luka and them shoot the ball all fucking day. Let him.
He's gonna leave his house and his son.
He can leave. His son got his own money. His son gonna be all right.
He still got the youngest, don't he?
Oh, Bryce gonna have to go on his own journey.
With the other one, don't he got another one?
No, it's just Bryce and Bronny.
I mean the little girl, right?
Zuri. Oh, you want him? You want Zuri to go to UConn and fill up Gigi's legacy? Because that's what that would. I mean, I can see LeBron taking on women's sports and putting Zuri at the front of it. But
I was talking about just having a Zuri.
Huh?
He was 11 right now, so.
Okay, testing 1 2. Make sure I can still be heard.
I can hear you now.
Because the family ain't moving from LA.
All right, Grandpa, do me a favor. When was Daryl Morey put over the 76ers?
Daryl Morey.
You said what are you asking?
Daryl Morey.
When he become president over the 76ers, president of basketball operations or general manager?
4 years ago? Was that 4 years ago?
6 seasons. So 2020 around COVID.
Okay. So COVID. He came in during COVID.
Okay. But so somebody on Twitter, I had to share this with you, Grandpa. I'm sorry, this is gonna hurt to hear. But somebody decided to share the recent struggles of the roster decisions of the 76ers. I'm gonna read a list to you.
Champagne?
No, it says picking Markelle Fultz and Ben Simmons over Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, failing to get value from Jahlil Okafor, traded Landry Shamet for Tobias, let Butler walk for Tobias, then signed Tobias for 5 years, $180 million. Brought in Al Horford to start alongside Ben and Embiid. Then traded Mikal Bridges for Zaire Smith. Lost a second-round pick for tampering to get PJ Tucker and Daniel House. Wasted Harden days with a 40-year-old PJ Tucker and Tobias Harris. Cut Isaiah Joe for 40-year-old Dedmon. Then traded McCain for a 22nd pick, and then cut Champagne so McClung could participate in the slam dunk contest.
Let's just focus on the last 3.
No.
We talking about this current team.
Run the whole picture back.
We gave Oklahoma City they bench Isaiah Joe and Jared McCain. That's 2 of their bench players. Champagne is out here balling right now. We got Grimes missing every open 3 on the earth. And we got 3 3-point shooters out here that's playing for other teams playing well. Daryl Morey should have been fired a long time ago. Bruh, they let go of Champagne for a dude so he could do it a dunk contest. For a man to do a dunk contest. And the Spurs picked him up. You see what I'm talking about? How you do this? Daryl Morey, what's good, bro? But yeah, I don't know if LeBron leave LA. Maybe he go to Golden State. That's the only way because he don't have to leave. He don't have to like move from his house.
But for the LeBron thing, I've seen a bunch of different theories of where LeBron can go or something of that nature. It ultimately comes down to what LeBron was. Because I don't think LeBron is retiring. I'm gonna be fair. I don't think he's retiring. I don't think like this. I think he still can play at a good basketball level. At least if this year is anything to show, he can still play at a National Basketball Association level to a good level to where he doesn't feel like he would need to retire or something. So I don't feel like he's retiring. I feel like he has at least one more year. I don't know after that because, like I said, my man will be 42. But I feel like he'll give it another go. With that being said, it depends on what he wants. If LeBron honestly solely wants to win a ring on his way out, I think he has to leave Los Angeles. This is going to be fair. I think he has to leave because I do not feel like, because I think LeBron is eligible to get up to like $50 million. And, it just depends on if he's going to take a discount or anything of that nature or whatever. But I doubt he's going to take a full discount. I just doubt that. Will he take some? Maybe. A full one? No. So he ain't finna be Tom Brady out here. So I'm of the mindset that I don't think Los Angeles can pay him a solid amount of money, or at least somewhere near $50 million. Also have to pay Austin Reeves, which they have to try to negotiate Reeves to not have to pay him like 5 years, basically Tobias Harris. They can't make him another Tobias Harris with the deal.
I thought it was Luka that was coming up.
No. Austin Reeves is the free agent this year. He is straight up eligible for a 5-year max deal contract. I think it's like
no.
He's eligible for I think it's like 5 years, 150, 180 million, something like that. Let me make sure.
Shouldn't be make that in 2 years.
He's worse. He's worse. He is a worse Luka. Does that make sense?
Okay, my bad. I was a little bit off. He is able to make up to $240 million over 5 years. He is eligible for a max extension. So the Lakers, I just do not believe they can pay him that max, which I don't believe Austin Reeves is fully worth that kind of max, not with these playoff performances and stuff. But either way, he's gonna want top level money. He's just gonna want. He was a walk on and everything. He's going to want top level money. He is able to make top level money. I don't think that they can pay him top level money and LeBron top level money and be able to make a competent, competing championship level roster around him. I just don't think that's possible. And it also makes it complicated because Luka has already been reported today. Luka outright said he does not want Austin Reeves traded in any kind of major deal like going to get Giannis. He wants his boy there with him. So this makes it even more difficult because
he paid max.
Because he said he wants his boy. So now the Lakers are in a little hairy situation. So it just ultimately comes down to, I think, with LeBron. If LeBron is cool, living in Los Angeles, the business opportunities and everything, and he's just cool playing there and winning a ring is not the foremost thing on his mind, cool. He can get paid however much money there and chill in LA for another year or two. If he wants to win, I don't think he can stay there because it's too many things going wrong. They don't have a lot of draft picks. Reeves might be hardball. We hope he don't for Laker fans. He might play hardball and want $200 million. If he do, you throw everything out the window. They're not going to be able to make that much of a championship level roster if most of their cap room goes straight to Austin Reeves. So it's just not going to go well that way if they have to do that. I do think they'll be able to negotiate Austin Reeves down from $240 million, but even still, he's going to get paid. So you have to pay him, and you have to pay Bron. You have to navigate that, and then somehow be able to make a serviceable kind of thing. Like pulling Isaiah Hartenstein is just not going to be realistically feasible if you have to pay both of them top level money. So it's just a really narrow path that they're going to be able to make. So LeBron, I think I've seen people whisper, hey, he could go back to Cleveland. If Cleveland gets bounced out in the second round or something, he could be the hometown hero, come back there, start in Cleveland, end in Cleveland, try to help them get another ring, some of that nature. Also seen whispers of, if the Knicks flame out in the Eastern Conference Finals again, or they go short in the finals or something of that nature, he could also go over there, possibly be the person to try to help them. There's a few teams that he's mentioned he could possibly, even Golden State. But Golden State might not be the best one. It just might be if you want to go there for a show.
He'll take a discount at Golden State. They got too many people.
Like Golden State, you might just want to go there just for like a show. Like, hey, I'll go over here, play with my boy Steph, and we'll just put on the show. They don't really realistically, that team on paper don't look like it's gonna win.
I tell you, who got enough money to pay him about $45 million?
Who?
San Antonio.
Anyway, so San Antonio ain't finna do nothing to mess up their core.
That has enough cap.
You don't get max.
San Antonio is not finna mess up their core to put LeBron there. LeBron is most likely not going to want to go to San Antonio.
Listen.
Also, LeBron most likely would not want to go to San
Ain't
Antonio.
no state income tax, dog. You could take that.
LeBron don't care. LeBron is a billionaire.
Dog.
LeBron is a billionaire. He don't care about no state income tax. He's a billionaire.
Listen, that's the point. The
He's a billionaire.
Don't get tax billions.
LeBron is not going to the Spurs.
He's not going to the Spurs.
He
so
can
anyway,
Austin, Texas. He can be with Elon Musk.
He's not going to the Spurs. So anyway, it's a few teams that we've heard mentioned. But like I said, if LeBron wants to win, if he wants to win a championship, I think he has to leave. If he is cool with just letting his career be however it's going to be at this point, he can stay there and just, chill out in LA, chill with his family, all that kind of stuff. Because if he leaves, it might be long distance because his family's already settled there and all that kind of stuff. But like I say, it's a lot that he has to contemplate. And of course, it's not off the table the man might retire. It's not off the board. Like, he is 41 years old. He is still playing at a star level athlete and everything, which is amazing at 41. But it's not off the board that he retires. He could retire and nobody will ever blame him for it. So I just don't think he will. I think he has like one more year or something maybe. And so depends on how much he wants to win.
I think LeBron came out of this series like as a man, as an athlete, as a competitor. I think he came out of it like, hey, yo, it's niggas out here that still think that I could have got it done. And he might try to get it.
Ain't nobody looking at this I'm gonna be fair. Nobody is looking at this series and blaming LeBron for them losing. Not a single person doing that just a hater.
But
anybody doing that is just a hater. Nobody is realistically looking at it like it's LeBron's fault. No, nobody's looking at it that way. We're looking at Austin Reeves with like 8 turnovers a game or some bullcrap like that. Or we're looking at the lack of shooting and defense on the other members. Nobody's looking at LeBron. Because, like, bro, the man was 41 and gave you 24 and 12 last night. What are we going to talk about LeBron about for? The man did his best. Like, come on. That's all. Nobody's worried about that. But just,
he should have had 40 at 41. Like, come on, just stop that. That's got to stop. Y'all got to start.
Ain't nobody worry about LeBron.
Paper down on LeBron, please.
Now we're just like, okay, how much does LeBron want to win, or is he content? And, we'll see how that goes from there.
I need that $54 million. And if he want that $54 million, he's going to be at the Lakers because nobody else is going to give him $54 million right now unless it's a team.
Well, no, there are teams that would give it, but they're not contending teams. Like, a lot of contending teams just ain't really going to give him 54 million because they're like, bro, we ain't really got 54 million just spare to just give you for a year like that. Like, he ain't finna go to Brooklyn, that can give him 54 million. He ain't finna go to no freaking Brooklyn or no bullshit like this. So no, like, I think he might still make
already at the cap anyway. Like, a contending team probably already is paying everything they can possibly pay right now anyway.
Well, I think he'll take a little bit of a discount. Maybe not much. I think he'll take something in the 40s.
45 million?
He'll take something in the 40s or something like that. Like I said, I think, like I said, it depends on how bad he wants to win. If he leaves, he's gonna have to take at least a little bit of a discount to go to some other contending team, anywhere like Cleveland or the Knicks or something of that nature. So he gotta take a little bit of a discount. But it just depends. If he is cool and willing to chill in LA and whatever they put it together, fine. But otherwise, he might have to leave for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I just see him not taking that discount, saying, "Give me that $54 million."
You want $54 million? My man finna sit right in LA.
You know how long he's been in LA, bro? 8 years. Isn't that crazy? That's somebody else's career. 8 years on his last team, basically. 8 years.
That's because that man has a non-normal career of 23 years in the league.
Crazy. 3 different somebody's careers, bro.
If I was LeBron, I'd be so pissed.
About what?
I'll just watch shows and just come out and be petty. I'd be like, yo, this is my 8th season in LA. That's 4 times as many years as Rashad McCants played. That man be talking crazy. So let me talk crazy. No offense, Rashad, I like you, but if I'm LeBron, I'll just say petty shit like that. Damn,
he came in. Yeah, man, come on, man. 8 years. As a franchise player too, basically that whole time. That's
how would y'all grade is though? He won a championship. How would y'all grade it though?
Grade what?
LeBron staying in LA.
Early is harsher, but he did have that. He did get a ring, and however y'all want to discount it or not, but it counts. And also shout out to the mid-season tournament. We got the first banner for that, so that count too. And then
I'm going to say an A- or a B+.
I'm going to B-.
So I think like I
would
have
take
to be fair.
Once they've been knocked out the first round a lot.
I'm just gonna say like most of the other stints.
And it's not on
the
LeBron when I say this. I'm just talking about his stint in LA because it's not on LeBron.
Yeah, I give it like an A- or a B+. I give it A- or a B+. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be one of those people that's gonna try to poo-poo on a championship, regardless of what you think of the bubble championship or however you want to describe it. Man won a title there. So like a championship is one of the hardest things in the NBA. It's the hardest, but arguably, but it's one of the hardest things to get in sports. It's the hardest thing to get in the NBA other than like an MVP. So I'm not gonna sit here and poo-poo on like the man won a ring. So I'm not like, yeah, like it's multiple other people's full career stints in places that ain't got close to wearing a ring. Like I love Carmelo Anthony. I'm just gonna use him as an example. Carmelo Anthony didn't get close to getting a ring, or Damian Lillard. All his stint in the Blazers never got close to getting a ring. Like it's multiple great players that didn't get close. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, okay, in 8 years, man, not a whole career, 8 years, you got a ring, and then the other ones were a bunch of playoff exits from the Western Conference Finals to the first round. Whatever. Like you got a ring. A ring will automatically put you in A-level territory for me because you got a championship. Now after that, I can nitpick the other stuff. Like, yeah, you done got bounced in the first round a couple times. You done been swept a few times. You know, you hate the Nuggets. Like, you know, I get it. Like, it's been multiple things that happen in between that. But you want a ring. I'm not going to sit here and be like, your stint was okay or something. No, goddamn, you won a championship. So, yes, your stint is an A, and then I'll take points away from that for the other stuff. Just like if I was to grade Nikola Jokic's stint in Denver. Remember, you were A- too. Why? You got a championship. All the other years outside that championship year, done been a little ugly. Like, you'd have been bouncing the first and second round dang near every year. So I'm like, I'm not finna sit here and be like, yeah, you know, like your stint is okay. No, goddamn, you won a ring. Like, you won a ring and you got 3 MVPs. So apparently your stint have been damn good. Because we talking about you in potentially top 20, 25 players of all time. And we got multiple other people that then the best they got is a scoring title, or the best they got is, you know, 5th in MVP place level voting. No, if you get a championship, you should automatically have an A, and then we'll work our way down from there. Not like your stuff was okay. No, it wasn't okay. Like, not many players, great players, mind you, I can name and talk about what was their stint in this place and this place, and we're like, well, what was the best they got out of there? They averaged 25, 30 points a game. And it's not like I'm trying to poo-poo on their whole careers. It's just like when we're grading careers, like the basis has to be how successful were you there, and the biggest chip of success in the NBA is the NBA championship.
Like I saw Shannon give him a C. I'm like, a C, crazy. He won a championship.
Yeah, he's tripping. Like,
I said B too because of LA, only because of LA. If anywhere else is
right, regardless of what it is, you won a title. I figured a C and you won a championship, and yet I got multiple other people that didn't even come.
Like this though, the Lakers a little different though.
No, it's not. Yeah, the Lakers are different because we try to make them different.
Anywhere else, LeBron would get an automatic statue outside for what he did. Ain't nobody got a statue unless it's 3 or 4 rings in it outside.
Well, no, see, the whole thing about a statue, like that should be. LeBron is a legendary player. Don't let me get this straight when I say this. But like statues and stuff should only be reserved for legendary players. So this whole thing of like anywhere else you get that, look, they can make a statue. That don't mean necessarily you deserve it. Like if Jalen Brunson goes on and the Knicks win a championship this year, they be like, oh, Jalen Brunson deserves a statue. No, he doesn't. Like they might make him one. That's just the Knicks being desperate because they haven't won a title in 50 years. That's not saying that he just deserves the statue. Like, no. They're like me saying, oh, well, Jaylen Brown, and like I said, I respect Jaylen Brown, just Tatum. I'm not saying it. It's like me saying, oh, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum deserve a statue outside of Boston's legendary gym right now because they're the first ones to win a title in like, so they're the first ones to win a title in almost 20 years. They deserve a statue too? I don't think they don't. Like, no, stop this. Like, no, stop this. No, they don't deserve no. People don't deserve no statue.
Weird though, Monray. It look weird though if they get 1 and get a statue versus everybody else had to get 4.
They don't. I just said they don't deserve statues.
Really got a fucking statue. That nigga.
We gotta stop doing this. Statues should be for like legendary players that have done things that almost are not going to be repeated. Not, oh, you won a championship, you deserve a statue. No, you don't. Hey, stop doing this. That's just people trying to put stuff on pedestals.
There's a lot that goes with that too, because what you mean to a franchise can also get you a statue too. Just like you would put Alonzo Mourning out there with the Miami Heat. Yes, he has a ring, but he wasn't the factor. No.
This is what I would say to that. You can get something like a banner. You can get something like a plaque, immortalized in the building or something. There are more than one way to honor the sacrifice and the things that a player has done for your franchise. There's more than one way to honor it.
He's a foundational player, Alonzo.
Yeah,
Mourning,
there's more than one way to respect that and show honor to this.
I can give
but
you
I'm thinking of like statue outside of. I'm like, okay, statue. This means this guy is the Lakers, or this guy is Miami, or this guy is Boston, or like legendary players, some of that nature. Alonzo Mourning, or that's just like saying Udonis Haslem, all that he's done for Miami as many years he's been there. No, he don't. No, like not saying like I'm trying to disrespect him, but like no, like he's not like the same kind of statue as you would want to give like Dwayne Wade. Like not who a 3-time champion. No, it's not the same. Like if I want to make I can give you a plaque, a banner, that's hanging out the rafters, something like you are an immortalized player. There's more than one way to show honor and respect to players, to where everybody just ain't statue. Like no, stop doing it.
Let me ask y'all this then. Okay, Derek Fisher or LeBron James, who deserves a statue?
What kind of question is this?
I'm asking you a real question.
Derek Fisher is not even what we're doing.
I think it's a conversation.
How?
Derek Fisher not getting a statue.
How is it a conversation? Like there's as many Lakers legends that have stepped through the purple and gold.
Lamar Odom would get one then, or Powell.
No,
Lamar Odom or Powell?
I'm telling you right now, I don't think LeBron should get a statue for the Lakers. I ain't know where you think I'm gonna say you Lamar Odom or Derek Fisher deserve a statue.
If it is not Shaq, Kobe, Kareem, Magic, and a couple others, we're not talking statues for any of these people. I don't understand where Derek Fisher came into this at.
I'm just saying, a lot of rings.
So, we don't get Robert Horry no damn statue.
So I was sure about to say Robert Horry. I'm sure about to say Robert Horry.
I mean, they were big pieces, not one shot, Bob, but the other one.
Robert Horry hit a game winner in the playoffs in every team he won a championship in.
Is Pau Gasol the closest to getting one?
No.
Big shot Bob hit a game.
Wow, I can't rock with you on that one. Powell should definitely get.
Why would Powell get a? Why would he get that?
Big piece. He was a big piece of Kobe's too.
He not getting.
He's a great foundational piece for that three-peat. Yeah, he's a foundational piece. He is not one of the legendary greatest players of all time in Lakers history. He's one of the foundational pieces.
He's Kobe's Pippen. That's who Pau Gasol is. He's Kobe's.
He's
Pippen.
one of them. Like we forgot Kobe played with Shaq for 3 years and got 3 rings.
We're talking Kobe's two.
That's two rings.
That's 2 rings that he was a foundational additional piece in.
That would Pippen got 6 with Jordan. Powell got 2.
Yeah.
Because if we start talking like that, then we got to start getting. Is James Worthy getting a statue out there? Then?
Like that's like you saying, hey.
A lot of people. No. There's some people that would say James Worthy.
Like so same thing. This is like me saying, hey, Mario Chalmers, he got 2 championships. He get a statue outside the Heat ring. No,
they don't count.
No. He got 2. He got 2 rings, don't he? He got 2 rings from the Heat land, don't he?
But he wasn't a big part.
I like Chris Bosh. I'm
just saying, like, no, I'm not gonna do like number of rings equals you get statue. No.
I feel better with Chris Bosh than.
I'm just saying, I was using it as like this. Just because you have rings don't mean you automatically just get statue. Like I said, statue should be for legendary players that have.
How big of a part of that championship run were you? Powell is a big part of Kobe's too. Kobe doesn't win that without him.
Okay, yay. You got 2 championships as a foundational piece with it. Hooray. That's it. That's where the shit ends.
You get a banner.
That's where the shit ends. Like you are part of a championship team that won 2 rings. That is a momentous and wonderful achievement. That don't mean you get a ring.
It's the Lakers though. It's hard to put names up there with the Lakers.
The Lakers got so many names. That's the problem. They have like a Mount. It's hard to argue a Mount Rushmore of Laker people. That lets you know the problem already.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Piece. Jalen Brunson getting a statue. He won a championship with the Knicks.
I mean, he might, and that's just like for the fact that the Knicks are desperate to win a championship. Not that he deserves one like that. Like I'm saying, like that, like we was talking about other legendary players. That's what I mean.
Agree with that, but I'm just saying, since they ain't won in so long, they will give whoever.
One of those 2 are getting a statue. Cat or Brunson are getting that. If they win.
Like this, cause I'm not saying that. I'm saying they might
Not
get
both.
one, sure. Like, do they deserve one in comparison, directly in comparison to other great legendary players? No. That's like me saying,
Legendary Knicks players.
that's
Legendary
like me
Knicks
saying,
players.
matter of fact, perfect example. That's like, if Lob City would have won a championship, DeAndre Jordan would have got a championship statue sitting outside the ring. What the
He would have
fuck?
got a banner.
Chris Paul
He got a
would've.
really nice
What
banner.
the fuck?
A really nice
No,
banner.
straight up DeAndre Jordan. Same DeAndre Jordan. He was a foundational piece in their ring, their run. Like he'd have got a statue. Motherfucker would have been looking crazy. Like the fuck
He
you
was
mean
a
you
role
get a statue?
player. He was a role player. I wouldn't say he's a star.
Look at me. Or better yet, we looking at the Phoenix Suns and DeAndre Ayton. You know, he was part of that. What if they would have went on and won their championship? He get a statue sitting outside of Phoenix.
No, that would have been
That's
D-booking Chris Paul. That would have been D-booking Chris Paul.
the bullshit. Like no, and DeAndre Ayton would have been a foundational piece in there too, wouldn't it?
But
He was averaging 20 and 10.
He wasn't. But no, he wasn't all that. Like
He would have been averaging 20 and 10 in that series.
DeAndre Ayton look way better than he is, dog.
People that I'm mentioning,
the fact that he would have been scoring 20 and 10. We were like, wasn't he a foundational piece in that run? I'm just saying, like that's the argument that people would be throwing out too. Like, no, like that don't make sense.
Yo, one day we gonna have to have an episode on Chris Paul.
Does Shaq have one in Miami?
I be feeling like Chris Paul. DeAndre Jordan was sucky after he lost Chris Paul.
Did Shaq got one? I don't think Shaq got one in Miami.
Statue in Miami?
No, I don't think so. But that's like also like who else? That's like Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton, he got a championship that run with them. Does he got a statue sitting outside of Milwaukee?
That's just for Giannis.
No, I say no. I'm not gonna do no, not with you.
Let's go over the list. We can go over the list of people who got Laker statues. By the way, Pat Riley.
Wow, interesting.
Shaquille O'Neal, Kareem, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Chick Hearn. If y'all know who Chick Hearn, he used to call Laker game.
Whatever. And
then Kobe Bryant has got already signed up for a future statue, and George Mikan from the Minnesota Lakers days.
Oh hell no! If Mikens gets one because they made a whole drill because this nigga couldn't hit layups. No, absolutely.
But to be fair, he's like you talking about foundation. That nigga like started basketball.
I will give you that too. He did start basketball.
No, I ain't really fighting like he got hit three. His stuff goes way further than on the court. So like
that's basketball Hall of Fame shit. Fuck the Lakers.
Like Jerry West, like that.
No, I was like I ain't really fighting none of these statues. I was like I'm looking at all those kind of listings and things. And I gotta look over. Hey, Chris Middleton got one sitting outside of Milwaukee. What the fuck?
He shouldn't have.
No, that's the bullshit.
He shouldn't have one.
I'm looking crazy.
Yeah, like I said,
that's
Jordan
definitely
Michael,
Giannis and Michael Red on their own. They should have that.
Basketball shit.
Or even better. I don't want to use them. That could be a bad example.
But y'all ever seen Jordan Michael play in them little black and white? That man just missed layups and got the rebound over and over again. Michael shot like 20% one year and then just kept getting rebounds because nobody could stop him.
Pad and stats. That's what them old niggas used to do. Pad stats.
He was just bigger than everybody else. Just keep getting rebounds and putting it back up.
And you just suck at putting the ball in the hole. You could have had the first 100-point game if you're doing it like that.
Yeah, but we got one more topic and then we get out of here. We had the draft lottery. AJ looked like he missed every three today just so the Wizards don't draft him. Yo, my man do not want to go to Washington. I got a question besides who won the lottery, which y'all think they're gonna have. Would Utah be willing to give up Ace Bailey, who wanted to go to Washington last year, and the second pick for the number one pick in AJ?
Do I think they would be willing? Knowing Utah, yeah, they probably would be willing. Do I think it would be a stupid idea? Do I think it'll be a stupid idea? Absolutely. I think it'll be an absolutely stupid idea because you would get rid of a point guard that is blossoming in your hometown to where point guards are a valuable resource right now. You are got a blossoming point guard that's averaging 23 points a game on his second year. And you would trade him for a big man to join your other big men that you already have and then need a point guard. Like, no, like that, like foundationally, nothing about that makes sense to me. Nothing about that makes sense to me. When versus you could keep your point guard, draft Darren Peterson, who could be your shooting guard, and not really have to worry about losing a lot because if he don't work out, your team is still solid in the pieces between Larry Marketing Jaren Jackson Jr. and him. So it's like
that team nice in the future though.
So like I'm just like, you have a foundational team right here, and you can add Darren Peterson to that for free. Or I could trade my point guard that looks good, trade the number 2 pick to go and get a big man, and then basically make the Western version of the Orlando Magic. Why would I do that? That don't make no sense foundationally at all. All it is to please a player that I don't even know is going to be good. Where does that make any sense to me? All of that makes no sense. Yeah, I understand AJ DeBenzo wants to go to Utah. I get it. And if there was a way to get you to go to Utah for free or whatever, I'm all for it. But if I am the president of basketball associations for the Utah Jazz, ain't no freaking way. Like I'm not finna sacrifice the potential future of a team to please a player I don't know is gonna be good. When my team, we have a plan, we finally look on paper like we can make something shake, and I'm gonna throw that away, and then have to spend my offseason looking for a point guard when I can have a whole team that's young, that look good, and can actually try to make some noise or do something for the first time in. Let me think. When was the last time Donovan Mitchell was playing in Utah in the playoffs?
No, it was about 8 years. It was. Did they even play in the bubble?
Monte.
When the last time they had Rudy Gobert in there?
Ryan Smith I looked it up, Monte. The owner, Ryan Smith for the Jazz, has already paid AJ $7 million because he went to Utah. He went to BYU. So for the NIL, he's been paid. Matter of fact, they say he paid him NIL money in high school. So this man will probably pay this kid $10 million.
If I am the general manager of the Utah Jazz, I am sitting next to the owner, and I'm like, owner, I know you've paid this man $7 million. You're gonna lose $70 million if our team sucks because you give up our point guard for a big man we don't know will be good. When we have a point guard we know is doing good, and you want to trade a known for unknown that don't even fit.
Ryan Smith loved this kid.
If I'm the general manager, I'm pleading with the owner. Please don't make me do this.
I would ask y'all this
before though. Have you ever had an NBA owner just giving the kid money from high school and college?
No, but I said if I am the gentleman, I am pleading. Owner, don't make me do this. Please don't make me do this. We have a shot.
He is part of an organization that gives money
for the first time.
To BYU.
When the last time Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell
went to BYU? Because this owner paid for him.
Let me ask this. Next year, is Utah actually more primed? Because this is a new bar here. Is Utah more primed to be better than Portland this year?
No, not next year.
So Utah's still a ways away, right?
I think they probably 2 years, but you gotta get a right coach to develop all them players. Because you got 2 bigs, you got
Utah's been in having that problem with long time spurts. Because you think about it, you had
what they got,
Darren Williams. You had Darren Williams and Karolinko and Carlos Boozer and them, and then you had a drop off. Then you got Donovan Mitchell. He didn't get y'all over the hump. Drop off. And now y'all back in the lottery all the time.
4 years. They ain't been relevant in 4 years.
Who they got?
I'm sorry.
That's what. So they do to come back, I guess, at this point, because that's what they do is they drop off for 4 or 5 years after a nice run.
I am pleading with the owner. Owner, do not let your bias fuck up this team, bro. I'm sorry. Our team on paper look good even without a draft pick. We don't need to give up the draft pick and our good point guard to go get a forward that don't fit. And when I say don't fit, marketing and Jaren Jackson Jr. already played the 3 and the 4. I don't need another 3 and 4. Please. I'm like, owner, don't make me do this. Please don't make me do this. Just let us draft Darren Peterson. We'll give him some Gatorade and whatever he needs so he can get off the creatine and he'll be fine. Please don't make us do this. Please, we have a chance to be relevant. Don't make us do this. I promise you. If I see the Utah Jazz trade the number 2 pick and AJ and freaking their point guard for AJ DeBenzo, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and just be like, throw the Jazz away. Throw the Jazz away, and in 2 years, when the general manager get fired, I'm gonna be like, the owner should stay on the team because it's his fault. He's gonna be the need that bullshit. Please, if I'm the general manager, I'm begging not to do it. Even if Darren Peterson flames out and does nothing, your team on paper still looks good. You can find bench players and surrounding pieces around that kind of core. If your point guard is giving you 23 points a game on his second year, obviously he looked good. Larry Markkinen finally got somebody he can play with, and Jaren Jackson Jr. can give you 20 points. If I find anything around that, we talking at least play in. I ain't gotta have a draft pick. You want me to trade? Man, please. Please. They're gonna be like the Magic all over again.
Two guard though, because he would have to play two. Because Keontae be the point guard. You got Markkinen and Jaren Jackson, and then you got Nurkic.
Darren Peterson can play the two. He's played two before. He can play the two.
About you'll make AJ play the two from SC.
Which don't make sense. AJ is a forward. Like that man plays the 3 and the 4, bro. You gonna fuck up your team trying to squeeze that man somewhere he don't even fit right, bro. Like, please no.
Markkinen is 7'1". They tall as shit.
Like please no, bro. Like, they don't even make sense to try to force a forward to be in the 2-guard position. They ain't even his natural position.
Ace Bailey the same height, except he more athletic than AJ. AJ shoot better though. So maybe
I'm just like, bro, that man, like, please no. Like, no, don't do this.
Yo, this is a nice squad though.
What is?
With Keontae George averaging 24 and 6, and then you got Markkinen at 7'1", Jaren Jackson 6'10", and Nurkic.
And you add Darren Peterson to that too.
That can't compete against the height of OKC, you would think, and it would be a good game.
It's just beautiful on paper and be able to grow with, and you ain't got to pay nobody.
Yeah.
Man. I don't think, like I said, I don't think this team next year could compete with like a young Portland team, but you get a good coach to develop them over the year.
They might compete with a young Portland. I think they compete with Portland. I think actually they could. Like that. I think if they get Darren Peterson and like he ain't got to blow up and be like crazy. If Darren Peterson is just decent, 15 points, something like that, just decent. Your other 3 people already showed you they can ball. They can compete with Portland. Straight up. And I'm just like, bro, you ain't got to do nothing to that. Now, if you go and try to force AJ DeBenza and miss your point guard, then you're going to have 3 people, no point guard, and they're going to be out there.
It'd be Ace Bailey, the shooting guard, that they'll get rid of.
They have to get rid of Keontae George.
No, they ain't. Huh? Keontae George, the point guard. They wouldn't. I ain't give. I'm talking about Ace Bailey. Since he wouldn't.
Keontae George is the one that averaging 24 points.
He is. He the point guard. I said give up Ace Bailey.
I don't want Ace Bailey if I'm Washington. What the fuck I want that for?
I'm just saying Ace Bailey, and you basically get Ace Bailey and Darren Peterson.
I think Anthony Davis is back on that trading block, bro.
No, because see, this the other problem that I don't know, but see, this the other problem that I got with that. Like, if I'm Washington, I already have a not injury prone, but
it's because AD will want.
But I already have a small, can be injured point guard. I don't want 2 of those. Because you give me Darren Peterson, he's another smaller guard that has shown not injury, but shown like he might miss games for injury-related reasons. Yeah. I don't want 2 of those. Yeah. I want somebody that's guaranteed the ball. That's AJ DeBenza.
Yeah.
I don't want 2 Trae Youngs. No. Yeah. So if I'm like, bro, nah, you want to give me? I don't want that. if I'm looking on watch, I don't even want that. If you want to talk to me about anything, you give me Larry Markkinen. Then I'll talk to you about trading this pick. I don't want none of that mess otherwise.
Do y'all think Alex Saul can grow into a good player with Darren Peterson? Because if you,
I don't know. I can't tell right now what kind of player he is right now.
Like you want Washington. Like it's crazy. Like that'll be the thing. Utah basically saying, "Hey, Washington, we want y'all to take a more of a risky pick than the guaranteed pick, so that we can get the guaranteed pick that don't even fit in our squad right." No, absolutely not. No.
I just want everybody to know that Julius Randle is getting cardio today with 6 points right now with 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. I just wanted to let y'all know that.
Don't love cardio.
Rudy Gobert, cardio game, 2 points right now.
Well, we expect that from Rudy. Rudy's there for defense. He ain't there to score.
-12 while he's on the court.
So Wemby's going every time he's on the court. Wemby just attacking him. Damn,
I mean, Wemby done calmed down. Wemby's calmed down since the first quarter. He's only had about 8 since the first quarter. He's calmed down.
Yeah, I mean, but still, 24 points in like 25 minutes is a kind of big.
Oh yeah, he doing well. I was like, man, look, if I'm Washington, boy, if I'm Washington, ain't no way you finna try to sell me a position I don't want to give up a position I need. Oh no.
What y'all think? What y'all think about the Clippers at 5? What can they do? Because they was almost a playoff team. Do anybody they can get to make them go over the hump?
That was so weird how they finished the season that I'm not sure what they needed. Like that was a weird collective. I don't know what they really just needed. I guess you would say that you would wanted
from North Carolina.
I mean, I guess you would have wanted a Bradley Beal. So can you get a guard? Can you get a guard to help? Maybe I think it's.
By the way, the Clippers got top 5 pick because they traded. The Pacers traded.
The Pacers, we got Zubac. How bad luck is that? We fucked around and sucked and didn't have Holly, and we didn't get a top 4 pick. That's crazy because that was actually a part of the plan. We need a top
4 it was
pick.
really unfortunate. They had like a 50% chance they just didn't get it, so it's just unfortunate.
That's crazy. So
they got Zubac now. They're gonna have to work Zubac and Halliburton when he come back. It's gonna have to be their plan going forward.
My top 5 pick is crazy.
But I mean, as far as what the Clippers do, I think the Clippers just take the best available player that's available at that point. I mean, they could always go for guard. They could go for they could go for Mar, the center, because they did give away Zubac, so they can go back and get another center. They can get Acuff if they want to get another guard and put him against Garland and have him Garland in the backcourt.
Acuff would go to Memphis, which would
it's a few things that they could do. To be honest, I think Acuff goes to Sacramento. Like they need a freaking point guard. They like Acuff there, so I think he goes to Sacramento if anything. But if he falls that far, I think he goes to Sacramento. But I mean, I think the Clippers just take the best available player that they can get right there. Huh? The Clippers are 7. I just say if he falls that far, yeah. But I think the Clippers take whoever the best available player they can get at 5. Like whoever the other folks teams take off.
Are they
whatever we need.
Future star now?
Yeah, Memphis got the 3rd pick. I think they get Acuff and move on from Ja.
I mean, see the thing about Memphis could also, and this is what a lot of projections are saying. Memphis could also go and get Boozer because they let go of Jaren Jackson Jr. They could let go and just get Boozer himself and just have him at the forward spot too.
I'm be honest. I think they want to get rid of Ja.
They tried. They just nobody wanted him at the trade deadline. Like they tried to get rid of Ja.
But the number 3 pick is kind of easier when you got Acuff on the loose to score points.
I mean, but I don't know if they want to go that route immediately or if they just want to start and get like that Boozer.
And you got the number 32 pick from Indiana too. Because
it's debatable which route they go. Acuff is a good spot. They just want to start from the point guard and work their way down. But there's nobody else on the team. Like they've already gotten rid of all their major pieces. Like Bane's gone, Jaren Jackson Jr. is gone, Ja probably will be gone. So they could just start off from scratch and just get Boozer. They could, even get Caleb Wilson, even though I don't think he's gonna go there, but just like I don't think they will go there. So like I think they'll get anybody because at this point, I think by the time the draft comes around, they can be starting from scratch because I think Ja can get traded as soon as maybe not as soon as the season's over, but by July, by the time really free agency, yeah, he'll end up getting traded because a lot of people are saying he's gonna go to Miami because Miami is dang near willing to take anybody at this point to get somebody to come there. So
Ja active Miami. Why Pat Riley do you?
There's two realities for Memphis.
You think you a game member? You gonna be the mob boss?
There's 2 realities for Memphis. One reality is that you go to Memphis as the number 1 pick and you just get paid a whole lot of money. But man, you about to be in hell. Like from a competitive standpoint, you about to be in hell for a long time. I'm telling you that now. I don't see Memphis being anything for your first 4 years of your career. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll be real with you.
16 pick. So if you hit on these 2 somehow, you can maybe get a good start.
I'll be real with you. Maybe, after the second pick. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying might not be 4 years if you hit on 2 of those young guys, but still it's guys that's better than rookies that are coming in. These rookies, like to be a foundational great rookie, you got to come and be better than people that are already vets. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't catch that in this draft with Memphis, like right now, you just about to be paid really well for 4 years, and you might even get traded eventually and when somebody else comes along, because man, being in those 4-year like runs where you just you're gonna get paid handsomely, but I'm telling you, competitively, you're going to be ass, man. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna say this when you come out to not being able to compete. Like, look, if you're not the first 2 picks of the draft, your next 7 picks are gonna go to bad teams that are not gonna really compete. Because Washington, they might be about to compete at least a little bit because they looking like on paper they might have a squad. And the Jazz, they look like on paper that they'll probably have a squad. If they do right and not do stupid.
Yeah, because but other than that, good player they had the whole season.
But like other than that, you got Memphis at pick 3. They're not gonna be good no matter who they pick. You got the Bulls at pick 4. They're not gonna be good no matter who they pick. You got the Clippers
They
and
got
pick
a roster
5.
to
Most
go.
likely they're not gonna be good because they probably gonna end up trading Kawhi away and you ain't gonna have nothing there anyway. So they're probably not gonna be good. You're gonna have the Brooklyn Nets, they probably not gonna be good. You got the Sacramento Kings, they probably not gonna be good. And
Yeah, they
then
don't even
after
look
that,
close.
you got the Atlanta Hawks and the so basically picks 3 through 7. You are not gonna go to a good team that's probably not gonna be competitive regardless. So it don't really make a difference at that point. After pick 1 and 2, go ahead and get ready for a losing season, probably.
I can agree with that.
Hopefully you ball out though and are able to produce and do well.
If they hit on their pick and they pick work well quickly, I think they can be a contender for playing. Utah,
I think Washington could be a contender for a playoff. Like the East is so wide open at times.
I think they have
the East is so wide open at times that I do think it's possible between if Trae Young actually comes, give you 25, whatever. Now defensively he's gonna be a liability, but we've also seen just like with the Cavaliers right now, having a defensive liability doesn't necessarily limit you from being able to be a good contending regular season team. So yeah, now this would be a big turnaround for Washington, who's been the laughing stock of the league for forever. So it'll be like Trae Young come and give you good work. I don't know if they flip Anthony Davis or not. If they don't flip him at least immediately, then he can give you some good starting work because he is a great player when he's able to stay healthy. He started there. You got Alex Sarr there, who's been doing good work as well. You hit on a draft pick, and then you just work your way around it. They may actually have a good contending squad, for just anything, starting next year.
Them ifs is big ones, man.
I mean, yeah, but I have to say the same thing about every team. I gotta say, and I'm being fair. I say that about most teams, and we say that about most teams. We have to say if, and all respect to the Pacers, not saying nothing wrong. We have to say if Halliburton is able to come back and be, 80 to 100% of what he was prior to the injury. We have to say if Giannis, if he ends up staying in Milwaukee or he gets traded, we know what that team looks like. We have to say if Embiid is able to be healthy for some part of the year, something of that nature. It's a lot of ifs with a good chunk of teams when we talk about this. So just, it's a lot. I always say ifs, but I'm gonna work off the if. If Washington's team roster stays somewhat contentious and healthy for the season, they could make some noise. I mean, could I also say nobody thought that the Raptors was going to be able to be a playoff team this season. We thought they were a joke. Nobody thought that the Hawks were going to be a playoff contending team. We thought they were also a joke. So lots of teams, especially in the East, make runs where it don't look like they're supposed to. So it ain't impossible that Washington is a playoff contending team next year.
I believe that on paper they are competitive. And my last thing will be this. And I'm saying it now. My Pacers, with a healthy Holly, I think we are going to be a play-in team.
I think Zubac is a good pickup for y'all. I just don't know the depth
everybody
that
else
y'all had. Because also y'all do still have Siakam. That Siakam is still
but
there.
That's not, I don't depend on him. I don't say Siakam get me 25 tonight and know that I'm getting that. And then also with Holly being who he is as a player, I'm not counting on him to be like, hey, Holly, hit this crazy ass last shot. All those type of heroics that he does, because he will give you 22-point games, 18-point games, things like that. I'm just saying right now, my Pacers, I'm going to say that they are probably on paper a play-in team in the East.
Now I will say the second part, saying Holly make this crazy shot at the end of the game. No, I would say don't depend on that. But Siakam give you 25 a night. I mean, the man averaged 24. You could ask for that. The man is playing he's playing that way.
On the low end. But to say he's our number one, if you're my number one as a scoring option, you got to average between 28 to 32. I need that. You have to. I need that. That
ain't how the Pacers have worked. That's why I'm finna say, the Pacers. I don't know. No, that's not how they work. The Pacers have worked. That's not how they work. The Pacers.
But how to win and be serious. I want to, and yes, they did go to the finals. I get that. And we got very lucky. But we got very lucky. There's circumstances that bring you to places, man. Let's be real. Some of those.
But they also show that the way that their team was successful
was being a team. But
it worked. They didn't have one sole person that averaged 25 to 30 points. They had a lot. They had Siakam averaged a good 20-ish points for that particular. He averaged a good 20, which is what he needed. Not to what all he could do is what he needed. And y'all had people like Mathurin and multiple and Miles Turner, multiple other people that was able to contend and give points in different spots. And it just worked for that team because that team flowed in a way of we don't need one dominant scorer. We need one point general. and everybody worked around him and was able to produce in a good way. And that's just how that team works.
We'll see. I think so. I guess it's fair to say that Holly's point guard legacy is basically that's what we're building right now. Where you at with point guard?
I don't think the team worked, but I think Siakam could get points anyway, but I think the other players needed Hallie to take points.
Yeah, they did. Like Hallie was a point general. He was one of the few traditional point guards in the league where like his main thing was distributing, finding assists, getting good spots, opening up people. And a lot of the team needed that. Like, yeah, he's right. Siakam didn't really need that. But a lot of other ones like Miles Turner, Nembhard, but Mathurin, they needed that. They were like, now it was some spots, of course, so like Mathurin, some people came off the bench and did well, but they all needed that kind of flow, and the team worked that way. And I was saying, I don't know, because they've lost some of those pieces, I don't know how deep they got now to where I don't know if that's going to be able to work again unless they get some more pieces flowing in there. But it can work because luckily, and I pray this and hopefully Hallie having a wonderful, successful, fully recovery. But I'm saying, luckily, you don't need Halliburton to be this like aggressive scorer. He's able to come back and just flow into the offense. So it can still work. I just think the Pacers are going to need some more additional pieces to flow into that kind of thing. Because Zubac can work in it. Zubac is fine working in that kind of system. He's a great rebounder. He's a great general center. He's not the same kind of shooter that Miles Turner was, but he's a better defensive person like that, so it works. But it'll be fine. Siakam's still there. He's still playing well. And I just think they need some more additional pieces and in the bench to be able to make that team flow like it used to. But if they do that, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Also, you know what to find us. Overall, overall99media.org. So just go to their website, click these people lovely faces. It'll take you straight to their page. Or just like and subscribe here and come every Tuesday. I usually give my thoughts on every game afterwards, so you can get my thoughts on games. Sometimes I use Uniqo's TikToks and stuff, as you saw in the intro, to form my own. Shout out to him.
There's a special place for you in this content between 3 and 7 in the first round. Special place for you.
They're not as deep as they used to be, but they still got some of those pieces there. Like they still got Nembhard, they still have Obi Toppin, they still have TJ McConnell, they have Nesmith. Like they still have some of those pieces that let them be deep like they used to. So I think the Pacers they can still be good. Just as long as the 4 generals are able to come back and still be able to lead the troops.
By the way, prayers up to Hardy from Lawrence County. He went to Law, Mississippi at a concert and got shot.
Dang.
So shout out?
So it's a shout out for him to get out of the hospital.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Yeah, shout out to him for getting out of the hospital because he just announced he got out of the hospital.
I'm with you.
Great player, number 1 running back in the country from Missouri. Well, between him and the guy from Ole Miss, they're the top 2 running backs in the country going into next year. So thankfully, he hopefully be ready for the season. I don't know the extent of it, but he is now out of the hospital. He was in Lowell Hospital, which is like right up the road from my house. And I still don't listen. This is a word of advice before we get out. If you're famous or got a chance to be famous, do not go to hole in wall clubs full of I was about to say something that might come off as racist, but don't go to hole in the wall clubs that's not in a major city, that's not in a major spot, that don't have security. Like wherever you see Uniqo at, he gonna have security because this man too famous. So,
but I enjoy a good hole in the wall. One of the best Southern blues songs of all time.
Yeah. So if you're a great athlete or got something to lose, typically somebody. This is the honest truth. I know a lot of people like this. Some dude gonna want to try you. That is what it is. Look at that motherfucker got a chain on. Who the fuck he think he is?
Yeah.
Especially if you get a little tipsy. If they get a little tipsy, look at that motherfucker. He think he the shit out here. And they're gonna try you, dog. That's why you always gotta have security. Ask Ice Spice, by the way. I did a video on it. Don't go to McDonald's. Some random girl gonna try you in the McDonald's.
That was crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And watch out for people like Chad the Builder. They out there.
They are out there to call you.
Apparently like in BBC pig and stuff. But that's for Thursday, casual conversations. Go look at the channel, look up Afro Comedy 765. Click that picture. Thursday, we will be talking about that.
I can hear Afro Comedy saying, see Chud, the bodybuilder, whatever his name. I can see him saying, but he's got every right to. I can hear. I can hear him.
He's actually anti-racist, so
that's it. I'm just saying, just for the sake of just tuning in the casual conversation.
I don't know what's going on with him. Apparently, he liked black women back in the day when he was fat. I don't know what's going on with that grift, but he's been exposed, and it's the craziest story I've heard in a long time because it gets layers every day. And I'm starting to think it might be fake because these layers is too much. Like I feel like people just come up to him and start storytelling. But you can look at me on Thursdays, casual conversation, as well as it's gonna be a little later tonight, but we will do the Punisher one shot finna come out, and it's already out, and I'm finna watch it. So I'm gonna do that. And the boys tomorrow.
Oh, dang, it's out. Oh,
I didn't know that.
I'll watch that tonight though.
It's 44 minutes runtime, they said. So I'm gonna watch that. Give y'all a review tonight as I celebrate my Spurs winning. Hopefully,
they are up by 12.
So
9 minutes to go.
So hopefully that happens. And so check out me on Casual Conversation on Thursday. Uniqo, can they find you?
UNIQO Williams on YouTube, man. Keep on hitting those likes, man. I appreciate that. Keep viewing them, share all that. I appreciate y'all, man. Real talk.
Do you hear me? As well as Monray. Make it make sense to podcast. Monray, can they find you? You know what's on the screen.
Well, Monray Hudson, there always says Monray Hudson, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, as it still exists, and of course, make me sense to podcast.
All right, I appreciate y'all. We out. Peace.
Yeah.